Hello there. So, I'm here to talk about the video that I was referencing in my last video. It's a video you wouldn't expect me to talk about. It's about wrestling, but it's a bit different here, folks. So, when I was having vacation, I was at the airport. I was a flight to go back home, and on the way, on that flight, on a plane, on the plane, there was movies to check out when you were sitting down, and on the plane, on the flight, they happens to select movies that you want to watch during this flight. So I just so happened to click on the Iron Claw, which is we're going to talk about. The Iron Claw, the story of the family known as the Von Erichs. So, the Iron Claw. I heard a lot of people talk about this movie where it first came out back in like December last year, I think. And I knew when I was on a plane and they select movies and stuff, they give you options. I knew I wanted to watch that movie to see what everyone was talking about with the Von Erich. I honestly didn't know they were gonna play the story of the Von Erichs, the family story. Like, I had heard about it, but I didn't know they were gonna be talking about the Von Erichs, the family as a whole. And the Von Erichs family, I think when I think about the tragedies and stuff, and you see parts in this movie, like, it's obviously tragic. Like, let's not be around the bush. Like, their story is as tragic as you ever gonna get when you get to wrestling tragedies. Like, I could think worse, honestly, like, the Owen Hart story falling from 80 feet to the ring, the Chris Benoit tragedy, that was on a whole fucking level of tragedy in wrestling. Like, I could go on and on, but with the Von Erich, it was pretty sad. It's pretty damn sad, I don't know much about it, about the family of the Von Erich. I do know the Kerry Von Erich, I think. Yeah, I do know about his work. Then he was Texas Tornado back in WWF days. I think it was Kerry Von Erich, yeah. So he made his name throughout like the late 80s, early 90s-ish. So yeah, and with the Von Erich, they are a rich family in the sport of pro wrestling, and they decided to talk about it coming here, and the casting of like the Von Erichs, of Kerry, David, and Mike, I thought they did really well in terms of the casting, and 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 also Kerry as known as Zac Efron. I think that's his name. Sorry I pronounced it wrong, but that's his name. Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich. I think they all did really good the impression, and for most part, I think they look like a lot similar to the Von Erichs. So yeah, and like you see their story in this movie, like you like the father of like Fritz Von Erich, like if the opener you see him use the iron claw of someone's opponent, and like he's this, and like the wife of Fritz by Eric being displeased, using more money on a new car, and he and Fritz promised he was gonna provide the best for his family, and I think that was the key. That while I was watching, that was the key. So trying Fritz, the father, trying to do what he thinks to believe is the best for his family, and but by doing that, it was very competitive, very almost manipulative in some ways, and like you see Kevin trying to follow his father's footsteps, and like and the father Fritz, that's his name, expressive favoritism towards Kevin, David, and Mike. So they they had a tag team match against Bruiser Brody and Gino Hernandez, which apparently was played by Nick Nemeth. And that's brother of like I think that's the brother of Nick Nemeth. So that was cool that he's in this movie actually, and like and Bruce Brody played by Louis Q. Sorry if I pronounced it really wrong, but Louis Sirigiano. That sorry about, but oh, since it's full now, I will just really say Cassie Lewis. So they have wrestling and like so they focus a lot in this movie around the very love story of Kevin and a young woman named Pam. So they had this story of Pam interested in him and just asked him to go out, and I mean I don't think it was a completely compelling love story here. I mean they just like go out for a meal. They tell about supposed cursing his family, and like he thought about being the original oldest Von Erich member, Jack, who died was sick, and gets closer to his side as you will follow along this movie more and more. I mean, it's all like it's not bad story, but I don't know if I would have spent time on the story in this movie. Like this movie, I think they it's kind of obvious they omit a lot of details in this movie because of what happened during the final minutes of this movie. It's like they didn't want it to make it a much sadder story, but the problem is it's a sad story as it is with the Von Errors. Like, if you want to make a sad story about the Von Errors, then you need to go all the way, not like talk ties with it. Like, come on, like, if you gotta make a sad story about the Von Errors and Yacht Club, just fucking make us. And you know, like, you got more casting of this movie, like Chavo Guerrero played as the Sheik, and you know when I heard and when I saw like that, like, I don't know, so they're about as unmatched characters to play as like Chavo Guerrero, like, also comes from a rich family in the pro wrestling, play as Sheik. That was kind of uneasy watching, but did okay job. Okay job at it. And you got MJF, who apparently was the producer of this, and he sort of becomes a Von Erich himself, and I don't know, like, I don't know about you, but I think like his appearance here feels kind of wasted to me, in my opinion. Like I think he could play a much better character, in my opinion. Like, for the role they did, like, he, like, I mean, he tried to play as Lance Von Erich, but like, I don't know, like, I think they could have, like, honestly, they could have had him play as Gino Hernandez. I think he could play that, in my opinion. No offensive right now, he did okay, but I think, and yeah, with his personality, so I could have played the Gino Hernandez character a bit better. So you get the story of, like, it's just all like ironic about Fliss talking to, I think, like, David, like, being the youngest, and Fliss wants to bring the NWA World title back to the, I don't think they say NWA, but they say like the heavyweight championship world. They wanted to bring to the Von Erich family, as he never got to hell with, but he wants David to have. I wonder what wrestling company will take a spire for this injury, and which wrestler will have that story eventually finish that story. If you know, you know. But they did that, so they were supposed to, like, so beforehand David competed against Harley Race, and I must say the person that played Harley Race, I think his name is Kevin Anton. Like, I really felt like I was watching an old legit Harley Race film. Like, the guy that played Aaron who played as Harley Race in this movie did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Like, he killed it in the how his mannerisms, the way he spoke. He did an excellent job about him playing Harley Race. Probably one of the best things about this movie was that portrayal of Harley Race, like the casting of Harley Race. The guy Kevin Anton, hats off to you, you did a great job. I can't say the same thing for Ric Flair, which happens to be one of the worst things, if not the worst thing about this movie, is the casting of Ric Flair. The person who played Ric Flair was Aaron Dean Elsenberg. Like, no offense, but this dude cannot play Ric Flair to save his life. Like, if you're a non-wrestling fan and you happens to watch this movie, I think even for you, you have to know this looks nothing like Ric Flair. Like, the mannerisms, the face, the hair, it just looks so fucking off in this movie. Like it almost made it like a parody, like a comedy stuff. And for a movie that was supposed to play the serious, sad part of the Von Erich, like, you get this, which almost make you want to laugh because the casting of Rick was so awful. It almost turned me away from the movie, honestly. But they did David's Fire Ric Flair star like that. Like, it's ridiculous. Like it almost turned me. So they keep making a story about Fred's mates Kevin start training to like follow follow their footsteps, like, but then like Mike later seen be taking a note, taking pills with a beer, and then no longer the Riddler, he dies. So Kevin, like, I must say the story of Kevin in this movie is probably like one of the most sad parts because like you start to see like he starts being distant for like from his wife Pam and their son after being so reliant on both of them. Like, now it's like he starts becoming sad because like he has so love bond for this family. Like it was sad seeing him being thinking about his friend and like the bondness that they had, and seeing Kevin like this. Like, I thought they did a really good job selling of the love, the bond that they have, like, or the closeness of the bond areas. And I thought they had some nice scenes where they play around the house. I thought that was like really good. But and the story is nice. For how they played the sad part of this, the tragic part of this story was nice. I wish it could have been a little more sad because they completely omits like a lot of like detail. they completely omit like a complete bother. Chris Von Erich, like he wasn't mentioned at all in this movie, like. And like I said, maybe it's because they tried to not make it sad as it is. But the thing is, it's only a sad story as it is. So if you really want to drive in to this as you gotta make it fun. And nowhere, nowhere on this movie they talk about Chris Von Erich. They completely omit it. They kind of miss his story with Mike's Von Erich story. Like they completely omitted him from this movie. Like that's fucking odd. Like that. Like he should have been in this movie entirely. So yeah, like he should have been in. So yeah, so like I think like so like I said, the final like 15-20 minutes was like some probably one of the best, if not the best part of this movie was the struggle of like of Kevin having to lose all of his family as in real life 5 Von Erichs died in horrible ways. Kevin having to like come to realization and no, after like he sells WCCW to Jerry Jarrett to focus on his family, and Doris starts to take off a painting hobby, like, and then like after he made it clear, and also that his marriage with Flip Von Erich is over, and then yeah, sort of a happy ending with Kevin on the outside with his sons that play football and Pam expecting a third shot, and Kevin starts to cry, and the boy has to cry because he misses his brothers. It's the boys that they have will be his brothers. So that was a nice ending to this movie. I must say, it was a nice story, and you even had the ending test of the Von Erich inducted into the Hall of Fame of 2009 and stuff. So that was nice. So then that's that for the Iron Claw. So I didn't know what to expect. So and for what I saw, what I got, it was pretty good. They told a nice story about the sad story of the Von Erichs, but I think they could have tried a little more point to the home of how sad and how tragic of the tragedy of the Von Erich family really was. They could have made that point home, and like they could have made better utilization of the casting, like MJF, like Philly was kind of wasted, and like not to say he did bad, but yeah, but some of the part of the casting was awful. Like the Weird Friend one was just crap, was just awful. The guy who played Harley Race, nice, right? And the casting of Von Erich was good, so it was a pretty good movie. I think they could make a little more point to the Von Erich family, and they could have easily have Chris, like they completely missed the story of Chris Von Erich, a complete brother. So yeah, there were a lot of things that they did. There was a lot of detail that was missed on this movie, but It was pretty good. I was mainly entertained by this movie. Mainly entertained. Sorry about that. But yeah, so there's that for the movie. So I will put the rating on the description box, and it's been nice talking to you guys. So there's that. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the Iron Claw. What are your thoughts about in the comment section below? And as always, I'm Jason Maines, and I approve this message.